Hello again, this is Odd Job Fix. I repair and restore antiques and collectibles, and other things as well. This video will show how I made a seat to go on this bar stool frame. I'm actually making 6 of these, and I have to make a repair on one where the edge didn't turn out right. So I've added a piece, and I'm going to show you now how I made one as the template. Then I traced out the others, just as you see here, from the template. Now over with the bandsaw, we'll go ahead and cut this out and get it ready for the router table. Here I'm adding some more double-sided tape to the pattern. Rather than taking off the old, I just keep adding new, and then put it down on another one of the blank seat bases to trim with a flush router bit. Enough double-sided tape seems to take care of the job. All I've got to do is just run this through at a nice even pace. Try not to make any burn marks. And it worked out pretty well. Now I'm going to try to transfer some of the scooping dimensions, depths, etc. over to one of the blanks. I made several reference marks. May look like a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but I was just trying to get a visual on the blank as to where things were deeper, where things started, that sort of thing. Now this contour gauge was very helpful. I could determine the depth of the scoop, and even though I did lay it over on its side to draw the shape, it kind of gave me an idea of where that deepest part needed to be. I've chosen the table saw as the tool to do the scooping. I'm going to use the same method that's used for making cove molding when you pass the stock through at an angle. So what I'm doing right now here is I'm raising the blade and feeling for the scratching on the bottom side to get an overall idea of just how deep those scoops are. Kind of double check against that contour gauge that I use there. And this is about the depth of it right there. So I'll mark that on the combination square. Now here I've added my cross-cut sled, and I'm going to attach a few accessories here. I'm making a guide that will allow the blank to move along at the right distance from the edge and create the scoop. Now this piece is going to provide a location for a pivot. You'll see what this is all about in just a second. That's a test piece that I've been doing in a softer wood. The blanks are mahogany, and this is just a piece of redwood. And I've done one side there, but I'm just looking again to see how this is going to, especially right there, make that turn and then go across the back, and then again make the turn on the left side of the scoop and then out the front. I'm all set up now to make this the scoop cut, and so here we go. Nice and slow. We're going to get to a point that's hard to see there, but there's a couple of markings. Once they get underneath that pivot point, I'll insert this ice pick. And you'll notice that there is barely visible behind the ice pick a little curvature that I cut out of the guide piece, which allows the heel of the chair to rotate through until we get to the back side. Now across the back, which is a very gentle V, and over to the next cross mark. Make the pivot. You need a pretty aggressive blade to do this. And out the front. Now this is the shape I was able to do with the table saw. I'm going to pause the frame for just a second to show you the two shims that I used to create a bevel so that the depth of cut went more slight towards the front, as you see right there. Deeper in the back, more slight in the front. Finished job. I try to make videos about how to rather than so much before and after. In this video, I did not show the sanding of these seats because, well, there are a lot of videos on YouTube that show exactly that, scooping out seats with various methods of sanding. I do owe some credit to a Mario Rodriguez for the inspiration for the scooping with the table saw. He has a jig that he has done and makes perfect Windsor chairs by that method. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe, hit the bell. But most importantly, if you want to see something, if you have any suggestions, please leave a comment. Have a good one.